This all started with my dad. He's the backbone behind this race team and this event.
Anything we can do to help someone else's Christmas be special, that's what we're trying to do.
Got me thinking, and I went down to Dan Diker and met him one day, and just decided to ask him if we could do a little more, and maybe we could put our heads together and figure something out.
Matt and his racing team had brought me a huge banner in thanks for the coverage we had of him that year, and Tom Ludwigson stayed behind as those guys had to go to work. And so, you know, a lot of people have supported us throughout the years, and all the sponsors and the Raceway, and you know, we want to give back to the community, but we just don't know how. And I said, well, give me a couple of days and we'll see what we can come up with. And I had great connections with the La Crosse School District, so I called the gal that was there at the time and told her kind of what we wanted to do and what we were feeling we wanted to do. She hooked us up with a disadvantaged family.
And we got together at this Summit School, I believe the first one was, and had a nice family. We got together and bought them a bunch of gifts, and it just started to explode over the years.
After we did it the first year and actually going through with everything and seeing the smiles and how thankful these people were, like right at that moment we all knew we couldn't stop. You know, we're gonna keep going as long as we can, and you know, the more people that see it, they have that same reaction. They want to help, and the more people that help out every year, you know, the more we can do. And
this will be our 8th year doing this, and you would think if you're doing something kind of repetitively over 6-7 years, it would get boring. It's the same thing with the Henderson Christmas. We don't throw any twists in. We do everything the same exact way.
And this year, just being the crazy year it is, we know that these families are struggling. We didn't know for sure if we were going to be able to even do this.
Well, we weren't even sure if we were going to be able to do it because of the fact of the COVID and the county rules and everything, and so we were not sure if we could do it. So we called some of the schools, and then they reached out to the county, and then they reached out to me and asked what our safety measures were going to be when we did the gift giving. And I explained to them how we were going to do it and how it would be safe for everybody, and everybody will be wearing a mask. We'll have sanitizing stations, and the tables will be 6 to 10 feet apart, and every family will be at their table.
It was different finding where we were going to safely gather all of the families to give them the gifts that we're purchasing. So a lot of heads had to go into coming up with where we're going to do this, how we can safely space people.
Finding a place was probably the hardest thing. We had been at Pischke's for so long that it would have been kind of hard with the COVID to make sure we are 6 feet apart from everybody, and the masks and the hand sanitizers and the fresh air coming in and out and all that good stuff. It was just, it was going to be a hard one to do. Managing the days in, I knew the size of our ballroom, and one of my staff and I went back there and we had a tape measure, and we said, I know I can get 9 families in this ballroom, and Santa Claus and the media and everybody else that's in there. And we spent about 3 hours just mapping everything out on the floor. And I called John Henderson and I said, hey, we have a space to do this year. You and Matt Henderson need to come out and take a look at this. John came out and saw we had everything taped off on the floor on where the tables are going to go, where Santa's going to go, where the snacks and presents and elves are going to hide and all that stuff. And he was pretty amazed that, yeah, we can actually do this. Matt always wants to have his race cars here, him and Boomer Anderson with the Legend car. Not going to be able to get them in the building because we don't have the space to do that. But we're going to set them up outside and send a family out at a time so the family can get autographs. The family can get in and out of the car, take a group photo, and then come back in where the masks will be supplied, and we're going to kind of rotate like that. So planning on this year, 3 quarters we've done in the past. The other quarter with the COVID was the biggest challenge.
I think this year, more than most too, there's a lot of families that are more in need because a lot of the families have been laid off from their employers, so they aren't having an income anymore. So they're in more of a hardship than they normally are.
And there's a lot of children and families that are very needy in the school district in West Salem. And people, I don't think, realize how desperate some families are.
A number of people said we should just cancel, and that would have been the easy thing to do. It would have been easy just to, you know, we're not going to do it this year. We'll just pick it back up next year. But that's not how we are with anything. You know, racing, we struggle here and there, but we don't give up. We get to work and get it done no matter what, you know, so that's the same thing with this event. It would have been easy just to not do it, but that's not how we roll, you could say, and we'll do whatever it takes. Especially this year of all years, people need our help now more than ever. So we're doing our best to put the event on and do it safely and try and help as many people as we can.
The children are the most important thing here. To see the excitement on their faces, to hear their chatter, their laughter, you know, it's just special to me to help all these children.
Want to keep your employees happy? Buy them all lunch. Hi, Jerry here at Big Boar Barbecue. We cater lunches all the time for businesses big and small, 10 to 500. We can handle it. Give us a call and we'll help you figure out a great menu. Let's face it, good people are hard to find, so we can help you keep the ones you got. My grandpa used to say, you want to keep someone happy? Feed them barbecue. Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16 West Salem.
Just come on down for the best food in town at Big Boar Barbecue.
And online at BigBoarBBQ.com.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on the problems in your life that really actually matter. Like figuring out which remote turns the TV on, or the smell in the vegetable crisper that in no way can be vegetables, or finding your phone when you leave it on vibrate. Whatever you're worrying about, it won't be this. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Because we only had, I think, one. Didn't we start out with just one?
One family.
One family.
One child.
You know, and then there was, I don't know, went to 3 or 4 maybe, and then it just kind of kept getting bigger and bigger.
People kept donating more money, so we were able to help more families, which is really nice.
And I think my dad always says if we can get one more family and if we can help one more person, we're going to do it and we're going to find a way to do that.
And he says it every year. Oh man, we got 9. I want to do 15 next year. And then Molly's like, no, we're not doing fit. We can't. Oh, damn it. If I'm going to do it, we're going to do it, kind of a thing.
Amazing how, to the sponsors of the race car and stuff, how generous they are to help support this. Because it's all about them also. If they wouldn't support this, we wouldn't be able to do it. And there's other community members that have done it too.
And then John just told me the other day when he came out, I don't know where he was, or was it Matthew? Somebody else either called them or found them and said, hey, we wanted to be on this thing 8 years ago. We didn't know how to get it, so they gave them a check. This was after they'd already shopped at Walmart.
We hear the stories of these families and how they are struggling so bad. So I just feel really good. This is the 8th year in a row of, I feel, making a difference in some of these families' lives.
The memory that I have is the year that we did the family at the racetrack. They were very appreciative. And it was only, I think, one family, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe two. But yeah, that was a nice memory. They were very, very needy and very appreciative.
I go back to the very first year of doing this on French Island. Okay, what is this going to be like? We've got this huge entourage of vehicles, and Matt's in his lacrosse late model, and we come around a corner, and 3 of the kids were right there in the yard, and we're just frozen to the fence watching what's going on here. There's a race car in my yard. There's TV cameras and a fire truck and radio all over the place. I'll never forget those 3 kids that were on the fence, and the older daughter, sister, was in the background. The looks on their faces. And then we had our wrap-up meeting that night. We were like, can you believe that just happened? And we were like, no way, this was something that's got to continue.
It feels good being able to help so many people and then have all these people to volunteer and to help, and it's just kind of a tradition for this family now. Everybody
Wants to help, and we all get to do it together, and something we can remember, 50 years from now, I just think it's pretty cool that we all do it together, and
we kind of keep growing. We have just the most wonderful sponsors that keep helping us, and some of our stores that help us out too. Walmart has been awesome for us.
I think about 5 years ago when we were approached by Henderson Motorsports with a request to help support needy families in the area, and we were happy to do that. We have a national, a state, and a local community giving budget. And so we really try to do the most with our donation dollars that we possibly can do. And this is a great example of that. Our donation committee thought that this was an outstanding effort to donate to and make a difference. Initially I did. Initially I did not know anything personally about Henderson Motorsports, but a lot of our associates did. We have an associate base of over 300 people here, and a lot of our associates here frequent the raceway and are very familiar with Henderson Motorsports.
We shopped all day yesterday and had a great time, and we were masked, and so I think a lot, although we've had to make different accommodations, I think a lot of it has remained the same. We're all very excited to support these families this year and move forward with this. We're thankful to have the opportunity to continue to do that.
We had some very big families, so that takes a little extra time because of the big families, and we did 9 families, and so yeah, it does take some extra time, and we don't just go and buy. We try and buy stuff that we think they're going to like, and things that, well, we do buy things that they need, so we're pretty conscientious about what we're doing and how we're doing it.
It's a big team effort, really it is. A lot of fun though. Myself, John, Matthew and his wife, Dan Diker, Jesse and Rick from the TV station, they're a big help. My wife and all the shoppers that go out, gosh, it takes a community to do this almost, and there's probably about 6 families in the Henderson gang that do all this, shopping and planning and so forth.
To me, they're all superstars because we don't know any of these families. We don't know their children. We don't know, really anything about them. We've never met them, and yet they go and buy all these gifts. I wouldn't know where to begin. I mean, it's this event, just could not happen without those girls and the shopping, because I'm always just truly amazed at what they bring home, and all such really nice stuff. So my hat is off to them girls. We just couldn't do it without them at all.
we all have the same goal, and that's to make a couple families' Christmases a little better than, it probably could have been. And that's what we all strive for, and that's what we shoot for, and that's what this event is all about, just trying to make some kids smile and When they're smiling, we're smiling, that's for sure.
Today we bring out one family at a time, one person per table. There's someone that does the labeling and the bags, and then 4 or 5 people wrapping on each table. And once one family's done, we start on the next.
I would say we did very well today. We started at 1, and by 3:30, we were done. I know we went through lots of tape and lots of wrapping paper, and I don't know. Who would be the best? You?
Probably Carrie.
I guess it's me. That's what I've been told.
We always say Carrie. That way, if she found out we said somebody else, she'd probably beat us up. So we'll just stick with Aunt Carrie.
Oh, it does every single year. But the more we do this, the more it makes me look further past Christmas. I didn't have an easy childhood growing up. I didn't get everything I wanted. My kids didn't get everything that they wanted. The story of me hosting 11 Romanian family members in the hotel that would not have had a Christmas period had we not taken them in really opened up a lot of eyes around here. But I always look at that day. There's a certain part of when we hold the event that I kind of sit back and think, man, I will never ever take anything for granted anymore. I didn't get a raise. I don't have the best car. I don't have the biggest house or the best computer. There's people out there that don't have anything of what I just mentioned, let alone what we're going to have going on in that ballroom. The toys that they're going to open and the gifts they're going to get. One family is going to get a 65-inch TV because part of their house burned down. You're scrapping to just get basic necessities in your house, and the last thing you're going to think about is a big TV. So we reached in and got a TV. So it's one of those that as the years go on, more people see the event on KQEG TV, more people hear what we're doing down there. John Henderson's getting people to donate money to him in the middle of summer. Oh, you're the guy that helps do this. Well, here, we want to give you a check. So I think it goes beyond the spectrum of the week before and the week after Christmas. This has now been something that follows us all through the year.
And everyone involved, this is the highlight of their year. And just helping out the community, and something we think about all year long. What can we do different? What can we do better? Can we get more families? So we're all pretty invested in it. So yeah, as long as we can keep doing it, we're gonna keep doing it.
You want barbecue, but she doesn't? What do? Hi, Jerry here at Big Boar Barbecue. We know not everyone wants barbecue. That's why we feature so much more, like our fried chicken, Philly steak sandwich, meatloaf, great burgers, salads, wraps, and more. So keep feasting the family, stop in and try something from our extensive menu. It's so much cheaper than a divorce. Big Boar and more, Highway 16 West Salem.
Just come on down for the best food in town at Big Boar Barbecue.
Yeah, it's a mouthful.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on the problems in your life that really actually matter. Like figuring out which remote turns the TV on, or the smell in the vegetable crisper that in no way can be vegetables, or finding your phone when you leave it on vibrate. Whatever you're worrying about, it won't be this. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
The only reason Santa Claus was here is because he wanted to swim in my swimming pool. And I told Santa Claus, you can come here and swim in my swimming pool if you came here today with all these people in this room. So, did anybody go up on my roof? Did any of you kids go up on my roof of the hotel today? Well, it's a good thing because he left his sleigh and his reindeer up on my roof. They're up there right now. What does Santa Claus put in his sleigh? Well, I think there's a whole bunch of elves behind that door that need to come out here right now because they're going to help Santa Claus do something real quick. Where's my elves at? I bet they're napping. They ate all the cookies. Uh-oh. Santa Claus has presents for every single family. Santa Claus and the Hendersons want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. When you get them, you don't have to take them home like that. We want you to start opening up every present there. Holy cow, would you look at that. And don't worry about the wrapping paper. We got people that are going to come around and help you with that. But we want to make sure you open up everything. Elves are not done yet. What did you get from Santa? Holy cow! Merry Christmas! This little girl can't stop laughing. There you go. You can get on that if you'd like to. That's yours. Julie. I see basketballs and Legos, bicycles, scooters. Boy, say you guys must have been good. Santa Claus is bringing you everything that you wanted. Somebody got a vacuum cleaner. Oh, man. What did you get? Holy cow, you got all the Frozen dolls. Oh, she's hugging it. Julie, get this one here. Looks like someone's going home with a brand new rug. Whoa, look at those shoes. Oh, those are beautiful. Doesn't this just warm your heart? This little girl down here is just in tears. She got a brand new pair of boots and started crying.
I think I got a picture of her holding her boots on.
I think it's a humbling experience being there and seeing the excitement. It's exciting for us too, definitely, to see their faces. you know, tear into those presents, but it's a humbling experience, and yeah, I think it's great.
It's fun to see the people that you've shopped for also. You know, we're shopping, and I said it'd be kind of nice to have a picture of the families because we don't know, you know, their style or what they like, and so we're hoping that we're getting what they like, so it's fun to see the smiles on their faces when they open their presents, and you can tell that they do appreciate them.
Every year we get calls from people, they want to know how they get involved, and the biggest thing I tell them is if you want to donate, that's awesome, but you got to show up to the event to see what all this goes towards, because we can try and explain it to everyone, and there's just nothing like being there. So.
The faces on the kids, I tell you, it's just priceless. That's what I think that's what Christmas is all about, just giving, and you know, it really touches your heart, and a lot of tears from everybody, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles, and it's just a good feeling overall.
You know, I mean, we're not helping a lot of families, but I know the families we do help, it means a lot to them, and there's certainly a lot of families that need help. I wish we could help more.
Want to keep your employees happy? Buy them all lunch. Hi, Jerry here at Big Boar Barbecue. We cater lunches all the time for businesses big and small, 10 to 500. We can handle it. Give us a call and we'll help you figure out a great menu. Let's face it, good people are hard to find, so we can help you keep the ones you got. My grandpa used to say, you want to keep someone happy? Feed them barbecue. Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16 West Salem.
Just come on down for the best food in town at Big Boar Barbecue.
And online at BigBoarBBQ.com.